Hello everybody, this is Yousef and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to have another Persian dish. It calls Baghali Ghatogh. Baghali means beans. So the Baghali Ghatogh comes from north of Iran and is from the city of Rasht, which is a state of Gilan, and actually the capital or biggest city is Rasht, and that's come from by Caspian Sea. The reason that is very special because this beans, it only grows there and is nowhere else even near a state like any other city even close to that area. So this has a special beans that you can't find anywhere, but fortunately I found from a friend that he had the dried one and he gave me about few cups, so I'm gonna make that. But for those people they cannot have that beans, I'm gonna use also fava green beans, which I show you the same exactly the way that I make it, and both are going to be the same delicious and wonderful. So let's go over the ingredients and start making it. All right, as I said, a special bean, they call that Pach beans, Pach Baghali. And this is the one I actually have a 1 cups dried, but I soaked it over, over a couple of hours. So it looks a little bit more than what it should be, but it's dry is a 1 cups. I have 1 cups of fava beans also, so we're going to make it separate to show you how you can make it with these beans, and 3 eggs for each. So total is 6, but you have to use it for 3 on each one of it. 3 tablespoons of dry dill, 4 cloves of garlic for each dish, so I have total of 8. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Need some cooking oil, but because over there they grow olive oil and they use olive oil, so I'm going to use olive oil on these dishes. They eat this food with the rice, and it's a little bit different the rice that I make, so they call it Kateh, which means you don't drain the water in half a way, so it lets it cook the way that from the beginning to end. And I'm going to show you also how to make that Kateh. Let's go and start by making our rice because it takes the same amount of time to both be ready. Let's do it. Okay, this was washed and clean. It's 2 cups of rice. I already washed that. Okay, and I'm gonna add some water, salt, and oil. The water that you put it here, it should cover the whole rice and about 1 inch over. So that's how I measure, up to the first part of your finger. That's the water. And then we have to add some salt and some cooking oil. About like a 5 or 6 tablespoon oil. You put it there. Okay, about like a 1 teaspoon salt, or maybe more, but you remember always, you can add salt, but you cannot take it out of the food. So put a little bit, then if needed, we can add it later on. So this goes and start boiling. As soon as just start boiling and the water goes down, then we just trying to mix things together and let it cook for another like 10-15 minutes, then reduce very, very low, and it takes about like another 20 minutes. The total is going to be maybe half an hour or 40 minutes to be ready. Let's go start making our Baghali Ghatogh. Okay, I have two pots here. One is actually just a little smaller than the other because I didn't have two size. So as I said, we add the first thing, add the olive oil. Again, 4 or 5 tablespoon oil, and start heating this. And for each one, I use 4 cloves of garlic. That's the first thing that we're gonna do. And you can crush it, you can cut it, you can, chop it, whatever you want, you can do that. I rather to do it this way. It's easier for me. All right, so I have 4 of these on this pot. And 4 in the other one. Okay, as soon as you see this sizzling and the smell, you go ahead and add the beans to this. Same thing here. These are actually cooked very, very fast, in few minutes. You should add the dry dill. And the spices. But the dill, it pulls all the oil, so here you have to add some. Okay, do the same thing on this one. As I said, same thing here. Okay. All right, add a little bit more oil here. All right, same time, all the spices. All right, while we cooking our Baghali Ghatogh, our rice is boiling away, and so what we need to wait till the water goes down. And here we need to, this is time to add the water and let it be cooked about like 20 minutes. Then we add eggs to them, and hopefully everything is going to be done by that time. Very easy, isn't it? Okay, now it's the time to add the hot water. Make sure it's hot. As long as it covers our beans are good. Okay, we let them put the lids on it and let them cook for about 15 to 20 minutes with the low heat. All right, you see our rice is most of the water is absorbed by the rice and is getting the time that we have to put the lid, and after maybe few more minutes, 4 or 5 more minutes, we check on that one again. If the water is completely gone, then we reduce the heat and let it cook for the rest of the time that we need it. As I said, maybe 15 or 20 more minutes. Okay, all right. You see the rice that almost all the water is gone. So we don't see any water anymore. So it's a time that we just reduce the heat and let it cook away for another, as I said, 15 minutes. And our rice is kateh is ready. That's how to make kateh. All right. And here also, it needs another maybe 5-10 more minutes. When it's cooked, then we're gonna add the eggs to them. All right, I already taste the beans are cooked and done. It's the time for adding the eggs. This is each one of them is just for like 2 or 3 people. So it depends on how many eggs you want. You can add the more eggs if you like to. And try to just put the eggs just the way it is. Don't let it, just mix together. If you can do that separately, so it's going to be nicer when you want to serve that. So the egg's going to be intact. All right, just let it cook for about a few more minutes. Put the lids on it and do the same thing with our fava beans. So in a few more minutes, our foods are done, maybe 3-4 minutes, and then I'm gonna serve it, and we see you there. Okay, my friends, the dinners are ready. This is original bean, which is a Pach Baghali, fava beans, which is green beans that you can find it anywhere in the world. So the taste is almost the same. It's not that much a difference, to be honest with you. So both are delicious and was very easy to make. As I said, this is the kateh, which is rice that I did not drain the water in half away. So from the beginning to the end, same water, and looks great too. Okay guys, thank you so much, like always, spending time with me to watch my video, and I really appreciate, and also appreciate your support. Till next time with a new Persian dish. Bye.